Yep. Another review from Nebo Tools. This is their latest and greatest. This is their Luxtreme flashlight. And I go ahead and tell you, you want to stay tuned and watch this video because this light here is no joke. This thing will shine for over a half a mile. Now I want to start out and let you guys know that this light here is $89.99. So it's definitely not no cheapie by no stretch of the imagination, but it does have some really good features. It is rechargeable. It does have one of the longest beams that I've seen on a Nebo flashlight. It's probably the tightest one that I've tried out thus far. This light here is different than all the other Nebo lights that you've seen me do a review on in the past. And you can see that I've got some of them laid out here in the back, and you can see that most of the lights from Nebo always have the black with the red trim. Well, on this new one, it's like a dark gray. It's called Storm Gray, and then they've added some orange trim, and then when you turn the button on, it's orange as well. So it is a really sharp looking light. It does have some black trim right around the bezel there, and you know, it really does look good. You know, I do have to give it to them. I like that new color. So you know, I think it's a good looking flashlight. So you know, if this was going to be something that you, let's say you're a cop or a security guard or something like that, and you want to carry it on your side, you know, it's definitely an attractive light. It does have a tactical feel to it. You know, it's got these little serrated edges here on the front of the bezel, and so you know, they're not super sharp as far as the grip and everything. It's got some really good texture to it. I don't know if the camera will pick this up good enough, but you know, it's got some really deep grip right in here, and then it's got that same grip type material around the bezel. Now if you're thinking, well, that'd be handy to help you adjust it, well, this one is non-adjustable. It is a fixed beam, and again, I'll go ahead and tell you, it's a very tight fixed beam, and it has a long throw to it. I gotta say, the optics on this light is probably the most advanced that Nebo's ever made, just because it's able to throw such a beam so far. And you know, if you're wondering just how bright this thing is, it puts out 202,500 candela. And if you're not familiar with what candela is, it's a measurement of light. You can Google it and check out just how bright that is, just to give you an idea. And this light right here will shine 2,952 feet. So that's over a half a mile of light output. You know, I mean, that's a really tight beam, and it shoots a long freaking ways. But you know, I am going to take you outside and show you some little tests, just how good it lights up and everything. Now, as far as the finish, that gray storm finish that I was telling you about, it's called the Storm Gray, but it's an anodizing. So it's on there, you know, to protect the aircraft aluminum up underneath. So, you know, this light is not going to be heavy. Like I said, it's made out of aircraft aluminum. You know, it's dust and water resistant. And, you know, it's like IP66 rated or whatever. And as far as all the specs, on high, it puts out 500 lumens. And you're going to say 500 lumens, that's not much at all. But wait till you see. It's totally different. I guarantee you it will compete with some of these other flashlights that are probably I don't know, 6,000 lumens. I'm just guessing. I haven't tested it yet. But we'll put it to the test here in a minute, because I've got the Nebo 6K right there. So anyways, 500 lumens for 3 hours. And again, it'll go 2,952 feet. Now on medium, it'll put out 250 lumens for 6 hours. And that's 2,086 feet. And then on low, it puts out 50 lumens, and then it'll last 15 hours, and that's 659 feet. And then it has a strobe feature, so that's 400 lumens for 4 hours, and that's 2,641 feet. So, you know, this this light has an awfully big battery in it, and I'll go ahead and show you. So that's how they're able to get such long run times, plus the amount of lumens that it puts out is not very many, but this thing has such a good optic in it that you know, it makes up for not having such, you know, a crazy amount of lumens like their 6K or their 12K. So anyways, you can see the battery right there. and let's see, it says 4,000 milliamp an hour. So, you know, that's pretty big. And if you can't see, there is a little O-ring right in there. Now, it's not waterproof, it's water resistant. So you're not going to be able to take this thing diving or anything. But, you know, it is aircraft aluminum, and you can see that it's very well made. Everything's metal. I got to say, the NEBO lights, I haven't had any problems out of any of them. I've been really pleased with them. They're good lights, and, you know, I hate to call them cheap because, you know, compared to some other lights, I guess they are cheap, but, you know, to me, they're as good a quality as some of the other lights that I've tried out and used in the past, and I've spent some good money on flashlights before. But I think the NEBO is, you know, perfect combination of price and quality. So anyways, now right here on the back of the light, this is the rubber gasket seal that they put around the charging port. And when you pull that little gasket back, you'll notice that there is a USB-C port right there. And it comes with just a charging cable, and you just plug it in that little port right there. And I've got it hooked up to a rigid power bank right here, and you can see that it's charging the flashlight, and it flashes real slow green till it's fully charged, and then I would say that it lights up and just stays green. It does have a lanyard that it comes with that you can attach to it, or you don't have to put it on. They give you the option. When you get the light out of the box, you have to put the lanyard on yourself. So if you don't want it on there, you ain't got to put it on there. But, you know, I like it. So anyways, let's take this baby outside. Look at that thing. It shoots a really narrow beam, but it's got a long throw to it. I mean, I'm telling you, if there wasn't trees and woods in the way, you could definitely see way down into the woods, even further. So, you know, it's pretty crazy. Look at the top of that tree right there. And look at that. I mean, it is a perfect light. Let's say you want to go coon hunting or something. Man, this light would be crazy coon hunting light. Or let's say like I said, if you were a cop or needed to look down an alleyway or something, man, this thing would light it up. Bad guys wouldn't have a chance of getting away, because you could definitely put a spotlight on them, and they're definitely going to freeze. So that's on high, and that's there's medium, there's low. Now low, look at that. I mean, that's still pretty dang bright. I mean, that's going a pretty good ways down through there. And then if you want to hit the strobe mode, you just double click it. So, I mean, look at that. I mean, yeah, that thing's really putting a lot of light out there. That's just absolutely insane to me. My house, from the back of the fence where I'm going to be backed up to the end of the road, is 330 feet. I'm going to shine this light down through there. I can only do it for a second. Look at that. It's going across the road, over in the neighbor's field, past the very back part of their property. That's just crazy. I got to turn it off because I don't want the cops called on me. So when I say this thing can shoot for over half a mile, you better believe it. That's insane. Look at that. That is insane. I mean, it really puts out a really tight beam. And it puts out a lot of freaking light. Holy smokes, man. So yeah, if you need a good tight beam flashlight, this is the one to get, I tell you. Now, I told you guys that I was going to do a comparison between the two, and I'm going to take it outside and show you the difference between the two lights. Now, this one here is the NEBO 6K. They call it the 6K because it has 6,000 lumens. This one here only has 500 lumens, but you'll notice immediately that the beam pattern is totally different. Like I said, this is a tight, narrow, long throw beam, where this one is more of a flood beam, but it's able to shoot a long ways too. So, you know, you can determine for yourself which beam pattern you like better, and, you know, you make up your own mind. All right, now this here is the NEBO 6K light. I mean, it lights up a lot more area, but it just doesn't shine as far as that the NEBO LUXTREME. even though it has that much more lumens, it just doesn't have the optics to shine the light that distance like the Luxtreme has. All right, now I just showed you guys the 6K. Now here again is the Luxtreme. Now immediate, you'll notice that the light is not as big of a round. It's more of a tight pattern. And one thing you'll notice too is the light is more of a cool white than, or it's cooler than the 6K. So it's going to be a brighter white. I went ahead and brought both lights inside the house to show you in the bedroom just kind of what pattern, and you can see clearly that the Luxtreme is on the left because it has that tight pattern there in the middle and a little bit of a ring on the outside, whereas the 6K is here on the right, and like I said, it's more of a yellowish light than cool white that the Luxtreme is. But you can see the beam is a lot bigger, so it's going to give you more of that flood look than the Luxtreme. So that's probably the easiest example I can show you. I mean, I can pull it outside and show you just how far to shine and this, that, and the other, but and tell you how many lumens this one has and that one has, but you know, you can clearly see the difference right here. All right, another example is you can see down my hallway that American flag at the end. I hit it with that Luxtreme, and man, you really blast somebody with that thing. Now I will say that I wish they would make a gun mount for this, because that would be awesome, you know, for home defense, because man, you're gonna light somebody up and then you double tap the buttons and you got the strobe, and then you're gonna blind them. So if you're looking for a really strong light with a tight beam, check out the NEBO Tools Luxtreme. Right there, that's high. Hit it again. There's medium. There's low. Double tap for strobe. Then again, there's high. And again, that's 500 lumens, 200 lumens on medium, 50 on low, 400 lumens on strobe. So now we're in the kitchen. But you can see this baby, it really puts it out. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you all watching, and please like and subscribe to the channel. And you know, I've got a bunch more NEBO stuff coming. As soon as they come out with stuff, I try to get it and review it for you guys. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get to see some of my future videos on the other NEBO stuff, and even some other cool products as well. I've got a lot of cool things coming up this year. And until next time, talk to you guys later, and check out NEBO Tools Luxtreme.